You have to see this 12-team friendly league. Friendly. Emphasis on friendly. Or we could get straight off. We're going to talk about the sleepers, all the value, all that type of stuff. Who is the best team? It's mine. You don't have to click. You don't have to watch the end of the video. It's mine. Regardless, kicking right off into it. The best value that we've seen in the first round, it's got to be Austin Eckler at the 106. What are you doing letting someone like the second overall running back? Yes, Austin Eckler. Oh, his touches are up. He's this, he's that. He is the second best running back, if not the number one best running back. You let him slip to 106, man. Here's my thought process, right? 107, I'm looking at either Kelsey, Bijan, Barkley. Great picks all around. I'm going positional advantage. The tight end 2 to 5 makes a difference, right? You know, you get a nice 12-ish, 13 points. Anything from tight end 6 to 12, there's like 5 points that, you know, decides. Like, I'm not worried about that. Travis Kelce averages 18. I'm not going to get him in the year that he just suddenly falls off a cliff. We'll see it coming. Going around to my second round, I mean, it's JT. Are there, you know, concerns? Yes. Coming off injury? Yes. Contract, all that. At the end of the day, I still think he plays, whether it be for Indianapolis, which he now wants to trade, so he won't be there. Hopefully to the Chiefs. I mean, you got Buffalo, you got honestly any competing team. If you're JT, you're not going to go from a team that's already starting to rebuild, that already started the process, to another team that is just beginning a process. Processing teams, rebuilding teams aren't looking for running backs. It's all contending teams. I think A-Chain, depending how he comes back from this shoulder injury, I mean, this dude's getting like suplexed at quarter 3 of a preseason game 2? Like, come on, bro. What's more wicked is that we're looking at, what is this, the 2-9 to Tyreek at the 104, and then he takes Waddle. I don't think I've ever heard of a wide receiver stack. Yeah, I mean, I think what makes it weirder is at the turn, man, you got Justin Fields at the 2 to 3 turn. I mean, bro, round 3 we saw 2 quarterbacks go. Josh Allen at the 2, and then Lamar at the 8. I don't know, man. I feel like we're drafting Olave at his height. I mean, yes, he's amazing, he's great, but in the 3rd round, it gets me a little scared. And then I know people are going to be like, oh, well, you took Jahmyr Gibbs in the 3rd round, the unproven rookie. Here is a hot take. Jahmyr Gibbs could finish above Bijan this year. I see a world where Jahmyr Gibbs can outproduce Bijan and no one's paying attention. So if I can get him in the 3rd to pair him up with JT, you don't play for floors, play for the high risk. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's why I started mine with Travis Kelce. Positional advantage off rip, JT. If I can get him in the middle of the 2nd, well, if everything was all good and he was healthy and no contracts, he'd be top 7 pick. So if I can get him there, pair him up with, you know, Jahmyr, hey, I'm doing it. And that's exactly what I did. 1, Najee. One of the most inefficient running backs that we've seen the last year. Just given work. Honestly, the first 2 years. He was just given a lot of passing work and a lot of running work in his first year because Big Ben had a noodle arm. Then you go to Miles Sanders. I love Boobie, but this dude's also pulling up with an injury in preseason. Is he gonna be healthy? Yes, he'll be fine. That injury's still there, and I don't think he's gonna get many red zone opportunities with it being such a bad offense and a bad team in general. And then you go down all the way to Gibson, muddy backfield. Is he the best back? Probably, but it doesn't matter unless the coach thinks that. I'm not a fan of his draft, and if you are a fan of his draft, please comment and kind of defend him, because look, man, I just don't get it. I'm not defending him. You look at the turn at the 12, and I like the Higgins and the Breece Hall turn. I like it a lot. I like the first 6, 7 rounds. Once you start going into the MT, the B-Robs, the Anthony Richardsons, doubling up on a tight end, it makes me weary. My wide receivers look very bad. I wasn't going to get Marquise. I wasn't going to get Godwin. I needed Judy. And especially with Debo, I mean, this dude was wide receiver like 36 or whatever last year. I wanted to take Drake. And I was thinking about Kenneth Walker. And I'm like, am I going to triple dip running backs right now? And I thought about Kenneth Walker's injury. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So I just looked at it and I was like, I'm not going to take Burrow. I could take Burrow and it would honestly probably would have been better. But I feel like I was like, fuck, I need to get my wide receiver 1. Even if he's gonna play as a wide receiver 3, I need to get someone that I at least can trust to put in a flex if needed until any other wide receiver popped off for me. Honestly, like, I was super surprised that James Conner, RB1, got to the 7th round, got to the 7-7. And I was like, look, am I going to take Addison, Deontay, Kadarius Toney, Watson, Richardson? I'm not taking any of those guys. I'm not taking NP. Give me James Conner. I will put him in my flex, and I will have the potential of 4 RB1s. I'm taking all of that, and I don't love James Conner. He is probably the most unexciting RB1 in fantasy right now. So that was just my thought process. But I mean, and then, dude, look at that. Look at the turn. The turn's dirty, bro. You start off with Kadarius Toney, then you go to Anthony Richardson, Michael Thomas, Pacheco, which not bad, but it's Kansas City. He's gonna have 15 carries for 80 yards, no catches. Like, you want 8.5 points every week? No. You got Gibson, again, muddy backfield, so can't draft. Evan Ingram, sure, he could do well. He could, hopefully he doesn't get injured again. Dotson, I love Dotson. I'm mad that Dotson didn't get to my pick in the 8th round, because then that led me to go with my sweet prince Tua, which I believe Tua will have a bounce back year. I said it on the channel. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year and bounce back from the concussions. I think he can make a run at the MVP if he stayed healthy for a full 18 games. That is a hot take, but Tua will be in the conversation for MVP. I love A-Chain. I mean, this dude's running 20-something miles per hour. Is he small, undersized? Yeah, but if you told me what team he was going to be put on in the Miami Dolphins, look, man, I'm hyped with it. I mean, you have one of the fastest teams ever assembled in the Miami Dolphins. I did another video on that as well. When you got Tyreek, Waddle, A-Chain, Mostert, you have all these guys that are running 22, 23 miles per hour, and bro, how do you stop them? End arounds. I mean, as long as you're blocking out of the trenches, I mean, these guys are going to excel, and A-Chain is a perfect build for this offense. Raheem Mostert's not staying healthy for the full season. Jeff Wilson probably won't stay healthy as well. Like, A-Chain, maybe he'll get hurt as well. Like, it'll just be a rotation of people playing 3 games at a time. But I think A-Chain has the best possibility of being that RB1 to actually put up fantasy points. Courtland Sutton is a freak of nature, and I feel as though he's going to bounce back big. That's the thing. When you get to these later rounds, I don't care. I don't care, because no matter what, within 5 weeks, 85% of these people will be dropped. So, you go get your guys, you go get your defenses. I don't like doing 2 quarterbacks and 2 defenses, but hey, whatever. I do like the Laporta pick. There is so much value at running back that we are not used to, because we always draft him so high, and now the wide receivers are taking the forefront of the flex spots and all the pretty picks. There are so many running backs that you can grab late as your RB1, RB2, and you will be perfectly fine. I do see tight ends still being drafted as a top 3. Hey, get top 3 guys. The rest, punt the position. And it's just the nature of the position. Tight ends aren't really used like that in fantasy, unless you're doing tight end premium. Yeah, man, lots of value here, especially in a home league, man. You can run away with the value, which a lot of people, including us, did. If you were in a home league of Cardinals fans, first of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, take advantage of it, man. I mean, there's so many tips and strategies in fantasy football. You could do that. You could do what I did in this draft, and essentially I took 2 people that were either suspended or on the PUP list with JMO and Kyler Murray. Why would you take them? Not going to play. They're out 6 weeks. Because I'm, 1, taking them at value. 2, if they don't play, I'll just drop them. But for now, I'm going to put them on my IR. And then immediately after the draft, I'm picking 2 people up and having more people, more opportunities to be a better team. So it's little tips and strategies like that just put you above the next team available. And I was actually very happy that I got both of them to do that. And I don't know if anyone paid attention to it, but that's exactly what my plan was. That's why you got to follow, you got to like it, got to subscribe. And that is our 1 quarterback home league of We Are Studs.